Shalom, 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 Israel. It's your boy, Brother Samuel, back at you with another quick edifying video, right? And today we're going to be talking about the third woe, right? Or World War III, right? And the day of the Lord, right? So first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to say, Ka'ala Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahushai. That's all praises to the Most High God, right? Whose name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, whose name is Yahweh Shai, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, right? Whose real name is Yahweh Shai, right? So let's get into it, man, right? So, you know, while we out here, right? The men of the Lord, hey, we out here trying to prophesy against this wicked kingdom, man, right? The daughter of Babylon, right? We out here to prophesy of the death and destruction of this wicked kingdom, right? That has oppressed, right? That has murdered our people, right? And has shed the innocent blood of the saints, right? So let's get this real quick. This is the book of Jeremiah, right? Chapter 28, and I'm going to go at verse 8, right? It says, the prophets that have been before thee, Salaki, I'm going to start at verse 7. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 27 and 28 and verse 7. It says, nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thine ears and in the ears of all the people. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war, of evil, and of pestilence, right? So that's what we out here prophesying for, right? The men of the Lord are out here prophesying, right? Of war, right? Of evil and of pestilence, right? And against this great kingdom, right? America is probably the greatest kingdom, right? That has ever existed, right? And we know that it has to be the downfall, right? That its downfall is the rise of the kingdom of heaven, right? So let's get into that, right? Let's go right into it. Let's go to the book of Revelation, right? And we're going to go to 11 and verse 14, right? This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 14. It says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, right? So woe in the Bible means destruction, right? And the second woe is talking about World War II, right? So it says the second woe, or the second World War is past, and behold, the third cometh quickly, right? So let's see how this battle is going to be, right? Right, and we see it on the horizon, right? We see a lot of stuff rising up, Lord's will. You know, this is it, man. We getting into it, man, right? Because the quicker that comes, the quicker our salvation comes, right? So let's go to the book of Isaiah, right? Isaiah chapter 9, and we'll go to verse 5, right? This is the book of Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Right? So every other battle, you know, you got the clinking of the swords, right? You got screaming, you got all this chaos, you know, blood, right? All this stuff is going on, right? But it says this battle is gonna be with burning of fuel of fire. Right? So this is not gonna be your ordinary war or fight, right? It's not going to be with a whole lot of just military, you know, battles, you know, shooting and stuff. Hey, this is going to be with burning of fire. What's that burning of fire? These are missiles, right? Which are the swords, right? These ICBM missiles, right? That's what it's going to be, right? And this is going to lead to the day of the Lord, right? So let's get this, right? Let's go to the book of First Thessalonians, right? Chapter 5, and we'll start at verse 2, right? It says, the book of First Thessalonians, chapter 5 and verse 2, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night, right? For when they shall say peace and safety, then suddenly destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So you're not going to escape the day of the Lord, right? And it's going to come upon you. It's going to come upon these people, right? And they're going to be unaware. They're going to be, just going around their daily life, right? Living life, right? And that's what America does a lot of times, because America doesn't broadcast the news of what's going on, where all hell is breaking loose around the world. You got to watch, you got to go on YouTube, you got to go on other websites to kind of see what's actually really going on in this world, because a lot of times all they're talking about is local stuff, right? Of all this, oh, we're going to plant flowers, we're going to plant some trees in this area. They're not talking about even the shootings that's happening in your local neighborhood. Your local media a lot of times is not talking about that, right? But it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as a travail. Hey, so it's going to hit them. They're not even going to see it coming, right? They're going to kind of think everything is good, right? And that's how a thief breaks in, right? A thief is going to wait for the opportunity when he knows that you're not there. He's going to try to sneak up on you, right? So let's get this. Let's go to the book of Amos, right? Go to the book of Amos. Salakia. And we're going to go to chapter 5. And let's start at verse 18, right? This is the book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 18. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, right? So it says destruction unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Because a lot of people don't know what the day of the Lord really is, right? A lot of people think, Christ is going to come back and he's going to be, just peace and love, right? And all this stuff. They don't even know what's going on, man, right? So what they don't understand is it's going to be a darkness and not light. It's going to be destruction, chaos, bloodshed. It's going to be a lot of casualties, right? Let's keep reading verse 19. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. And that's what it's going to be like, right? You're going to be like you escaped one thing, right? And you kind of wiped your brow, and then something else came. You had to dodge that, right? And then you finally kind of sit down, and then you get snatched up, man, or you take a bullet to the head. Hey, that's how the day of the Lord is going to be, right? Reading on verse 20, it says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it? So it's going to be like you've never seen, and this is going to be total death and destruction, man. Total chaos, right, around here, right? Let's see. Let's go to the book of Second Ezra real quick, right? Salakia. Let's go to the book of Second Ezra, right? And we're going to go to 16. Second Ezra 16. And we'll start at 13, right? So it says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world, right? So these arrows represent these ICBM missiles, right? These nuclear missiles that is going to be shot. And they're going to be shot at the daughter of Babylon. They're going to be shot at America, right? And it's going to destroy this place, right? And it says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they have come upon the earth. So these missiles, they're going to be shot up in the air, right? And they're not going to come down until they hit their target. Their target is America, right? This is going to become the lake of fire, right? It says, verse 15, it said, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth, right? It says, verse 16, like as an arrow which is shot of its mighty archer returneth not backwards, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Right? So when these arrows get shot, hey, they're not missing their target. Hey, nothing's gonna stop them from reaching their target, right? It's already been prophesied, right? America's not gonna be able to try to shoot something laser defense type thing and stop this stuff, right? It's already written. It's already prophesied to happen, right? That this place is gonna be destroyed, right? So let's get that. So these arrows represent these missiles, right? Because back in the day, they didn't know what a missile was, right? All they saw, it looked like an arrow to them, right? And let's get that. Let's go to the book of Nahum, right? Let's go to the book of Nahum, and we're going to go to chapter 3 and verse 3. It says, the horseman lifted up both the bright sword and glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses, right? So these arrows that are going to be shot, is going to be so many casualties, right, on this place. This place, all the wicked, right, all the heathen who are here in America are going to be destroyed by these ICBM missiles, right? And some of our people too, man. 2/3 of our people are the wicked Israelites, man, who are not going to repent, who are not going to keep God's laws, right? Who don't want to have anything to do with this word, is going to be destroyed here too, right? And it's going to be many corpses here, right? And let's get this. Let's keep going. Let's go to the book of 2 Peter, right? This is one of my favorite ones. 2 Peter 3 and verse 10, right? And it says, but the day of the Lord, this is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up, right? What does that? The only thing that does that is a ICBM missile or a nuclear missile, a nuclear bomb, right? When that thing explodes, it burns everything in its path. It turns everything just into pure ashes, right? Let's get that. Let's get a picture of that, right? Salakia. Now we're gonna keep going, right? Let's go to the book of Isaiah, right? Let's go to the book of Isaiah, and we're gonna go to 34, and we'll start at verse 9, right? It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, right? And verse 9. And it says, and their streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become a burning pitch. So when these bombs hit this place, right, the lakes, all the rivers, all that stuff you see is going to be burnt with such a heat that it's just going to turn it into dust. There's not going to be no more lakes, right? There's going to be the lake of fire, right? Because everything's going to be on fire. This place is going to be utterly destroyed, right? This is that lake of fire that is talked about, right? Let's keep reading. It says, it shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever, from generation to generation. It shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. Right? So this place is going to be utterly destroyed, where no one's going to be able to inhabit this place anymore, right? For the bloodshed of the children of Israel, right? For all the atrocities that has happened here, right? In this land called Babylon, or the daughter of Babylon, Mystery Babylon, right? Which is America, right? This place is going to be utterly destroyed. It's going to be desolate and no more again, right? So let's read more about it, right? Let's go to the book of we'll stay in actually Isaiah, and let's go up to verse 4, right? And it says, Salakia, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the tree. So it says the host of the heavens shall be dissolved, like everything's going to be burnt up, right? And it says, and the heavens shall be rolled together, right? So what does that mean? Like Isaiah's seeing this vision of the heavens being like rolled together, right? Let's get a picture of that real quick, right? Let's just kind of show you what it's talking about, right? You see how this missile, this nuclear bomb right here, it rolls, and when it explodes, right, the flame kind of rolls up as a roll, right? So that's what he's seeing. He's seeing that that destruction, and he's seeing that fire just like as a scroll is rolled up. Because when you watch a thermonuclear bomb, if you ever seen, you can go on YouTube, kind of see that stuff. You see it kind of just rolls into itself, and then the impact is so great that it just expands, right? All right, so let's go to, we're gonna stay in the book of Isaiah, right? And we're gonna go to verse 13. And verse 13. So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 13. And it says, therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall be removed out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. Right? And it says, I'll keep reading. And it shall be as a chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own place and flee every one into his own land. So, hey, folks is gonna be trying to get up out of here, man, when they see this stuff happening, right? It says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword, right? So if you want to cling on, right, to America and its wicked ways, if you want to cling on to the heathen, and hey, it said you're gonna be destroyed with them, right? You're gonna be utterly destroyed with them, right? And that's not what you want, right? Let's get that real quick, right? Because some of our people, they don't really believe. So let's get that. This is you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? This is the book of Amos, chapter 9, and verse number 10. It says, all sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. Right? A lot of our people, they don't believe in the Bible. They don't believe in the prophecies. They don't believe in none of this stuff, right? Right? And they just keep doing their wicked ways. Hey man, you're gonna die here in America. It doesn't say maybe. It says all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. Right? That sword is these ICBM missiles. Right? That sword could also be, bullets. It could be whatever, man. But you're gonna be destroyed here in America, right? If you don't think, and you're gonna be sitting there thinking like, oh no, it's not gonna happen to me. Hey man, that's why it's gonna come onto you as a thief in the night, right? All right, so let's get the book of Ezekiel, right? Let's get the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22. And we'll start at verse 21, right? So this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22 and verse 21. It says, yea, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof, right? So this stuff it's going to melt your skin. It's going to burn you, right, to a crisp, right? When you get into this thermonuclear heat, man, like this stuff evaporates stuff. This stuff just, your flesh is going to consume off your bones, right? The whole nine. And it says, As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst thereof. And ye shall know that I am the Lord, that I, the Lord, have poured out my fury upon you. Right? So you gonna know it, right? When that bomb hits, right? And you see that, you're gonna see that flash, and all of a sudden that shock wave's gonna come with that heat, that fervent heat, and your skin gonna start melting and burning on fire, right? We're gonna see a quick little video on that too, man. Right? You gonna know at that moment that that's what it was, right? And you're gonna be feeling that, right? That's not something that you want to play with. This is not a death that you want to die, man. Especially you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You don't have to. All you have to do is repent, come back to the Most High God, keep His law, statutes, and commandments, right? Ask for mercy and grace, and to keep enduring, right? So this is the book of Matthew, chapter 13, and I start at verse 50. It says, "And shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth," right? So if you ever even just burn yourself, man, you grit your teeth together, you kind of just, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Now, just what more, this thermonuclear heat that's going to burn you up? What more is this fire, right? The Lord's fire and His fury, right? It's going to be an angry fire. It's going to consume you, right? And the Lord might just keep you alive so you feel that everything consumed. He might just keep you alive long enough, right? It might not be a quick death. It might just be a slow, painful burning, the flesh, just kind of melting off, and you might feel all that, right? That's not what you wanted. That's not what you want, right? And it says, matter of fact, I want to show this video. Right, I'm gonna show this video real quick, and then we're gonna pull a scripture on it, right? So let's see if we can get it real quick. Right, let's see if we can get this real quick. Right, so you see how she feeling that right there, right? And the shockwave has come, but the bomb hasn't even come yet, right? The bomb hasn't even hit it yet, right? So let's keep going. Now you see that? The bomb is like far, far away right now, right? This is like miles and miles away, man. But this is what's going to happen, right? Cities are just going to be utterly destroyed, right? And it's going to go from city to city, right? There's so many nuclear weapons out here right now that it's just going to be like this place. And if all these, they come here, man, this place is going to be utterly, utterly destroyed, right? How about Shema Mashiach Yahushua, right? Let's keep going. Hey, so this fire is going to be destroying everything. Nothing in its path is going to be able to escape this, right? Right, and Esau know, right? Esau makes movies about this stuff all the time, right? Esau knows what's going on, right? Let me speed it up. Let me get to the point. Let's see. Salakia. Let me speed it up. All right, let's go right here. Let me go right. Right? So you kind of see that, right? You see what's going on right there, right? That thing kind of just melted her whole skin off of her, right? To all her flesh was basically destroyed, right? So let's get that, right? Let's go to the book of Zechariah, right? Let's go to the book of Zechariah, and we're gonna go at 14, right? And this is where Esau kind of got this, right? Verse 12. It says, Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 12, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem, right? Jerusalem, right? Are you that's fought against you, man? You so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, because you are the Israelites, right? And it says, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, right? Just so you saw in that video, right? Their flesh is gonna consume away while they stand upon their feet. It says, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, right? All that stuff is just gonna be melted away, right? You ain't gonna be able to cover your hand and your face to try to, hey, that's not gonna help you, man, right? And it says, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongues shall consume away in their mouth, right? So, I mean, this is a painful death, right? That the Lord has got planned, right, for the day of his vengeance, right? And we don't want to be a part of this, right? We want to be able to kind of get away from this, man, right? All right, let's go to the book of Jeremiah, right? It's the book of Jeremiah. We're going to go to 50 and verse 25, right? So it's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 25. The Lord hath opened up his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation, right? For this is the work of the Lord of hosts, the Lord God of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans, right? So the Lord has put it on the spirit of this evil, wicked man, Esau, right, to come up with these weapons, of mass destruction, right? That can utterly just wipe off the planet, right? And the Lord he's getting them, he's gathering them up, right? He's playing this chess game. So now he's got them. All right, we got all the weapons. All right, this is what's gonna happen. And then, hey, guess what? America's gonna be finished, man. Babylon's gonna be finished, to be seen no more again, man. All praise to the Most High. Yahweh Shem Mashiach Yahushai, right? Let's go to verse 14 real quick, right? Verse 14, it says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord. Right? So the Lord is going to cause, right, all these other nations that America has thought was for her, right? All these other nations are going to aim at her. They're going to shoot these ICBM missiles at America, right? At Babylon, at Mystery Babylon, right? And destroy her. Why? Because she has sinned against the Lord, right? By taking his people, right? The children of Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, by taking them into captivity, right? By murdering us, right? By shedding our blood on this place, right? So by that, this place must be utterly destroyed, right? Let's get the book of Malachi, right? It's the book of Malachi, chapter 4, and we'll start at verse 1. It says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall leave them neither root nor branch, right? So it's gonna burn like an oven. Have you ever kind of just stuck your hand in a hot oven, man, and you kind of feel just feel that times probably a million, man, right? You're gonna feel that times a million, right? You're gonna feel that, man. Your skin kind of heating up, right? Your skin probably bubbling, right? Before that happens, right? You're gonna feel that, man. You're gonna feel that heat, man, right? It says it's gonna burn like an oven. It shall burn them. It's not gonna leave nothing left of you, right? So let's get this. Right, we got a couple more and we're gonna wrap it up, right? This is the book of Baruch, right? And we're gonna go to chapter 4, and let's start at 31, right? This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 31. It says, miserable are they that afflicted thee and rejoiced at thy fall, right? They're gonna be miserable, right? For touching the Most High's chosen ones, right? The apple of his eye, right? They're gonna be miserable at that. It says, miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons, right? So they took us into captivity, right? They kind of just, held us in captivity. They refused to let us go, right? And it says miserable is going to be that city, right? It says, for as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad for thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation, right? So Mystery Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, she's going to be grieved by her own desolation, right? For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time, right? So she's just going to be just totally, utterly destroyed, man. All praise to the Most High, right? Let's stay in Baruch, right? Let's go to verse 25. Or start Salaki, we're going to go to verse 24. It says, Baruch chapter 4, verse 24, it says, like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our God, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting, right? So they're going to see when Yahushua comes to redeem us and to save us, right? It says every eye shall see, right? Let's get that real quick and we'll go back to that. It's the book of Revelations, chapter 1, and I believe it's verse 7. It says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. Right? So every eye is going to see when Christ comes back. You're not going to be like, oh, like he said, they're going to say low over here or low over there. Now you're going to see Christ come back. You're going to see his glory. It's going to be glorious when he comes back, right? And Esau kind of know. He kind of know what's going on, right? He comes up with these different movies. That's why you got to watch some of these movies, right? And you got to think, what are they trying to portray, right? And let's get that. Let's get one of those pictures, right? Have you ever seen that movie, Independence Day, right? Right, and this is how Christ is gonna be coming back, man. In this chariot, man. He's gonna be coming back in a chariot like this, man. He's gonna crack the sky, right? If you read in Second Esdras, man, he's coming back, and it looks like he's gonna be riding on a mountain, right? It's not gonna be a literal mountain, right? It's not gonna be literal clouds that he's gonna be going, right? These clouds represent the chariots of the Most High, right? Which you call the so-called UFOs, right? They know what it is. They know that these are the chariots of the Most High. But it said Christ is coming back, right? With a cloud, and every eye shall see him, right? So you're gonna be coming back on something like this here, man. You're gonna be coming back on something like this here, man, cracking that sky. And every eye is gonna see that. You're not gonna miss when Christ come back, right? He's coming back in the greatness and the fullness of his power through Yahweh B'Shem Mashiach Yahushua, right? All praises, right? So let's get back to that. Let's get back to Baruch, right? Let's go back to Baruch. And we're going to go 4. And I think we said 24, right? I'm going to read it again. It says, Baruch chapter 4 and verse 24, like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our God, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. Right? It says, my children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from God, for thine enemy has persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck. Right? So like we was getting knees on our neck, right? The Lord said it's gonna come back around, man. It's coming back around. We're gonna be able to see, right? We're gonna see his destruction. These people that took you into captivity, these people that raped, robbed, and murdered, right, all across the world, right, who's just committed all types of atrocities, right, and abominations, man. They're going to be destroyed, and we're going to be delivered, and we're going to see the salvation, man, right? The Lord's willing, man, right, through the grace and mercy of Yahweh B'Shem Shai, man, right? So this is what we're looking for. This is what we're looking forward to, right? We're looking forward to the day of the Lord, right? So let's get this. Let's go to 2 Peter, right, chapter 3 and verse 11, right? This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 11. It says, matter of fact, I'll start back at 10 again, right? This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with a fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Right? Verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved. Right? All this stuff is everything you see, man. Your house, your car, right? All this stuff, your little money, your little paper money that's meaningless. Right? All this stuff is going to be dissolved. It's going to be burnt up during the day of the Lord. Right? It says, seeing then all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Right? Basically, you need to get your act together, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American people. You are the Israelites, right? And the Most High is not going to be playing, right? He doesn't want you to feel this vengeance of this. But guess what? If you're not going to keep the laws, if you're not going to follow him, hey, you're going to be with the people that held you in captivity. You're going to face the same judgment, right? If not worse, right? And that's what we got to understand, man. We got to understand that the Lord he's not playing, right? And he's sending all these signs. We see all these signs in the heavens, right? We see them on earth. We see that we know that we're in the end times. This is the time that we need to get ourselves together. This is our grace period, right? For us to repent, come back to the Most High God, keep his law, statutes, and commandments, right? With the faith, right? That Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, right? Is going to come back, is going to crack that sky, deliver us, right? Right before those ICBM missiles hit this place, that we are delivered, right? We're beamed up in the chariots, right? Taken away, and we can watch from a sky level, right? This place utterly burn, right? And cheer and praise the Most High, right? For our deliverance and for the destruction of our enemies, and to be saved, man. That's when you've endured. That's when you've made it to the end, man. Right through Yahweh B'Shem Mashiach Yahushai, man. All praises, honor, and glory. I hope this video has been edifying for you, right? And I say, call on Yahweh B'Shem Mashiach Yahushai. That's all praise to the Most High God, right? And his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, right? Peace and blessings to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. Keep enduring, stay faithful, right? And stay true. Keep reading, fasting, praying for one another, right? Loving one another, right? And with that, Shalom.